All right, things we didn't like, goats in a bad way. And we do kind of feel guilty about this. We are rubbing a little salt in the wound, but you know what? We've already got it queued up, so let's go. Give me number one.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with a friend of mine, all right? And his name's Joe Burrow, all right? That's the guy that's going to get goats in a bad way more than anything. I just, I guess, hey, we know he made mistakes. It stinks to play the Steelers in week 1 because they're a defense that does a lot of crazy crap, and I don't care if you've played them before or not. When you haven't played in the preseason and all of a sudden you got to go out there and go, whoa, said HUD, holy crap, this guy's dropping, this guy's going here. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's not easy. It's not. But I'm just disappointed in the Bengals and the fact of, like, man, like, why – or Joe Burrow, don't be so aggressive. Don't do it. You knew the Pittsburgh offense wasn't going to be special. I mean, man, you could take the defense off the field, and I'm not sure Pittsburgh could go and score 20 points. That's where, just not seeing the big picture of the game overall. I'm not worried about them going forward. They still should have won the game, so that's what's amazing. They really should have. They should have won the game. And but either way, just not, evaluating the situation as it is as a whole, I think bothered me by Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense.
And I do think the Bengals will be fine.
I
really
do, too.
do.
Yeah.
This was just one of those stuff happens games. But, 4 interceptions and a lost fumble. Not a good day for Joe Burrow. I got to go back to Nathaniel Hackett. You can't treat a 64-yard field goal like a coin flip proposition. 1 out of 8 was Brandon McManus from that distance before last night, 60-plus, and 2 of 35, I think, since 1991. Kickers trying a 64-yarder. It's just not something that should have been done. You've got Russell Wilson. You give the ball to Russell Wilson. You let him convert 4th and 5. And now flip it around. Would we have said today, you should have kicked the field goal there if Russell Wilson doesn't convert on 4th down? No way in hell.
No, exactly right. Nobody would have been saying that. That's the point, I think. You're exactly right. That is really the point. That none of us would have been going, oh, man, why didn't they kick one of the longest field goals in the history of football there? Nobody would have said that. He's on my list. I understand it totally. We going another round, or are we going commercial break here?
One more.
All right. I don't know how we can't talk about Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray, whatever you want to put them in a box together there, whatever. It was Crappyville. I know that. New contract. Supposed to be, mad about the way last year ended. You're a team that's built through the offense, and nobody told the offense to show up. One did, but it was the other team in red, white, and yellow. I mean, to be down 37-7, it's unbelievable. It really is. So I'm just shocked by that performance, and not that I expect them to win, but I certainly didn't expect them to look like that on the offensive side of the ball.
And when the head coach says
that's the other part,
it's an issue with practicing and you're not practicing well and this is what you get, who's responsible for that? Who's responsible for ensuring that they're practicing properly? Who's responsible for correcting those behaviors because he understands the connection between practicing poorly and playing poorly? So maybe those are the things you say out loud when you have the security of a multi-year contract. I don't get it because it's on Cliff Kingsbury. This wasn't some passive-aggressive Aaron Rodgers remark. This was Cliff Kingsbury coming out and admitting that it's on him and it's his fault. One more real quickly from me. We talked about it earlier, Christian Watson. I'm sorry, first game in the NFL, you did the hard part. The easy part is let the gloves do the work, catch the ball, and run in for the touchdown.
I think I'm going to go back to Thursday night. Is that okay? Are we allowed to go back to Thursday night?
You can go back to Thursday
I'll go to
night.
Matthew Stafford. Just that performance there. First game of the year, win the Super Bowl. And it wasn't totally him. I don't want to put it all on him, but I'm trying to just, not pick an entire organization or a total unit like I do at times here. Their offensive line got dominated in the football game. No question about it. But, yeah, there were some careless decisions there and some chances for them to maybe be a little bit more competitive in the football game. It just wasn't a good look for the Rams offense in general. I mean, we could put McVay, the offensive line, Stafford, all in this equation. But to pick one, I'll go with Matthew Stafford.
I agree with you, and there's a lot that could be added from the Rams. You could put Jalen Ramsey in that category.
Yeah, you could. You're right.
Sean McVay.
Right.
A lot of them. I think I'm going to, and we talked about it briefly earlier, the Braden Mann punt. I'm sorry, this is the NFL. You can't punt the ball into the stands in the NFL. You can't. You can't shank it that badly and survive in the NFL. Why? Because there's too many other guys out there who will kick the ball straight and true every single time. The supply far outweighs the demand. And I was astounded by that because you just don't see it in the NFL. There's certain things you take for granted, and you rarely see a punt get shanked, and you definitely don't see it as badly as the one that we saw on Sunday by the Jets.
No, definitely not. And in a game that was, again, like we talked about earlier, it was close. It was at a point where it's like, oh man, the Jets make one play here and we got a game. It wasn't like it was like a total domination effort by the Baltimore Ravens. But yeah, mistakes like that, and then all of a sudden, Lamar Jackson sees somebody open down that field, boom, touchdown pass with a great bomb or whatever, and the game's over. And, the Jets unfortunately had 2 or 3 of those type of mistakes in that game.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.